On today's episode of PDubs Arcade Loft, it looks like AtGames in the latest firmware update has added a new user interface option called Easy Mode to the AtGames Legends Pinball Machine. We're going to take a look at it and provide you our initial thoughts right after this. Okay guys, we are back, and there's no doubt about it, since AtGames started their AtGames Legends arcade family of products, one of the pain points, or one of the biggest points of criticism from a lot of folks out there in the world is the user interface just ain't that pretty on their arcade family of products. Now, AtGames has, over the last couple years, done improvements and tweaks and things to get us something that looks a little bit better. For instance, recently adding the backglass displays when navigating the pinball machine was a huge improvement, but then again, there are those providing feedback they'd like a little more. I mean, we are living in more of a modern age where a lot of user interfaces on arcade products look pretty cool. Simple buttons to navigate to get to the games you want to play. On the latest firmware, you do need to have your pinball machine on firmware 5.45.0. In order to get this feature to work, AtGames has gone ahead and given us a little bit of something. Now, this is just the beta of this new user interface, and it's called Easy Mode. In order to access it, you have to be on the latest firmware, head over to App Store X, navigate to the very last page, and you'll see there's something there called Easy Mode. It's just a beta, doesn't even have an official logo or trademark or things like that. Might not even be the final name of this. But all you have to do is click on it and install it to your flash drive X. As you guys know, the onboard PCB just doesn't have enough memory and storage for them to completely overhaul the user interface, so using external storage is the workaround. Once you install it on your flash drive X, and it doesn't even take up that much space, like 600 megabytes or so, once you install it on your flash drive X, the same flash drive that you install your Zaccaria and your Tato add-on pinball games, you're using the exact same drive, fellas. You can go ahead and click on Launch Application, and here's kind of the initial screen. On the top left is a black box with games sorted by publisher, and in order to start your navigation, you just need to choose what you want to do. You go ahead and you can click the right nudge button for table browsing, and you'll start navigating through whatever tables you have selected in that box. So you hit up, down on the left-hand side there to pick, do I want to navigate all tables, the Zaccaria tables, the Gottlieb tables, etc. And after you pick which particular group of games you want to navigate, you then hit the right nudge button to enter those tables. My initial thoughts when I saw the menu here is this does need to be tweaked just a little bit, in my opinion. You do have the ability to access Farsight, Zaccaria, but then again, it just has volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think it would have just been easier just to do like Zaccaria A through D, Zaccaria E through F, G through K, etc. But they do have it organized by Pinball Game Pack. If you don't know what games are included in those packs off the top of your head, it might be hard to find the game you're looking for, so it might be best to navigate by all games. So for instance, I have all games selected, hit the right nudge button, and now I can enter the actual tables menu for all the games included on the device, whether they're the built-in games or all the Flash Drive X games, Tato games, Zaccaria games, etc. I do like that we do have some of the game marquees or logos on the particular selection screen, as well as on the background there. You'll notice the background will change depending on what game you have highlighted. There's also an alphabetized list for navigating each game category as well. And we do have the backglass marquee displays will switch as well dynamically with every game. So again, nice that they kept that recent addition to the normal user interface on this new user interface as well. Helps you when you're selecting your games. And it looks pretty good. And when it comes to the user navigation, you can absolutely see what AtGames was trying to do here. The whole goal of this new Easy Mode user interface, much like some of the more modern, virtual pinball user interfaces that are out there that a lot of us use in OTG mode and things like that, is the goal is, can you navigate your entire pinball machine without removing your fingers from the buttons on the sides of the machine, your flipper and nudge buttons? You're able to navigate everything simply with this new user interface, hitting your up-down buttons for your nudges, as well as your left and right buttons for your flippers to navigate. And also, you can even head over and navigate by alphabetized letter in each category as well. And then, of course, you don't even have to hit the start button to start a game. You can just press both flipper buttons at the same time, and it'll launch the game. And that, in my opinion, is super cool. You don't even need to reach around to the very front of the cabinet to press the start button. You can just press both flipper buttons at the same time, and whatever game you want to play will launch. Again, I can see what AtGames is doing here is, hey man, you just want to navigate, not even take your hands off your machine, through all the games on your machine, boom, you're done. It would be nice if they added some kind of compatibility for the control deck, but then again, you'll be taking your hands off the sides of the flippers. I wonder what AtGames is going to do there, because, 50% of their owners, like myself, have that pinball control deck with the joystick and buttons included on our units, and is that going to be compatible with this as well in some way, shape, or form, or does that not make sense? I mean, it kind of not makes sense, because, the goal here is just to use your hands and never remove your hands from the side of the machine. But then again, it would be nice, I'd rather have the option than not have the option. Does that make sense? And when you're on the game selection menu, all you have to do is hit the home menu button on the front of the cabinet, and sure enough, you exit and you're back into the normal user interface. So I can see how, this could work, especially for those who are just interested in playing the pinball games on their pinball cabinet, especially the games they've paid for, downloaded game packs. The easy mode user interface definitely looks pretty cool, but it obviously needs to be fine-tuned, tweaked, adjusted, make it even prettier. I think they're off to a good start. Again, this is just a beta, and they've communicated that there are going to be a lot of updates to this moving forward. But then again, you can head back over to the normal user interface if you want to use that one, as well as access all the other different features on your cabinet, OTG mode, arcade net, all that kinds of stuff. And if you wanted to hop in, boom, look how quick that was. I'm in easy mode, and I'm just navigating a prettier menu for my built-in games, as well as the games that are on my flash drive, my Zaccaria, and the Tato games and all that stuff. Pretty cool, pretty interesting. Needs some work, but they're off to a good start in my opinion. But I want your thoughts and comments below. Let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up on the way out. And as always, guys, thank you for subscribing.